Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here. Yes, no Snowflake Show, guys. I am so sorry, guys. I want to, first of all, apologise on behalf of Lee Corne. I know, he really wanted to do the show today. I can't stress this enough, guys. We were going to have a lot of fun. We were going to do lots of fun stuff and everything, and Lee is just exhausted. He's just exhausted. He's had so many things going on right now, and he's just burnt out. And he messaged me several hours ago, guys. He's just completely burnt out. So he just can't. He just needs to rest. He wanted to do the show. He really wanted to. I can't stress that enough, guys. So. Yeah, no Adrian Charles as well. I'm gutted too, guys. But I didn't want to let you guys down, so I wanted to put something together for you guys. So I've got 6 articles for you guys. I've got 2 from the UK, 1 from America, 1 from Ukraine, and 1 funny and good news story, guys. So 6 stories. I think that's more than enough. Plus 2 funny videos. So a little something for us together, guys. So I hope everyone's doing well. As the format, this Snowflake Special format, I've got it always kind of here. So if I ever need to throw together a live stream at the last minute, I can just do one for you guys. So yeah, bringing the blue vibes sort of thing. Yeah, hence the shirt, obviously, which I've been wearing all day, guys. I've been running amok. I have done so much content today. It's been crazy. And guess what? I've still got a bit more to do. Believe it or not. I kind of want to wrap up as much content between now and the new. Into the end of the year if I possibly can, just to save myself a lot of stuff. I've done quite a fair bit. I want to get some content done for Patreon as well. And considering I've got a lot of new members of the Elite Club, and welcome to all the YouTube members, I just got a question for you guys. Would you like me to drop one of my videos that is dropping tomorrow after this live stream? Because I'm tempted, if you guys want me to do, for all the members, which, by the way, you can be a member for just 99p. I wouldn't mind, because I was just testing it out earlier. Some of you guys caught the video before it went live. So any of the YouTube members who want to see a video earlier, I don't mind dropping it after this live stream for the YouTube members, and then it will go publish at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. If you guys want me to do that, let me know in the comments section down below, guys. So, who have we got in the chat today? Let's see who we got here today. Duke Vengeance is first here. He says, "Can I explode in fury yet?" And I said to him, after the show, Duke. After the show. No, in all seriousness, it's relax, brother. Relax. It's all good. I hope. Listen. Hope you're doing well. In all seriousness, yeah. Satu Hershey is here. Am I saying your name right? I hope so. Please tell me if I'm saying it right. Saicho. No, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here. Hi, how are you doing? I'm going to stop shooting myself in the foot with names. Says, "Hi guys, I've just watched Max's video about the cancellation of HS2. Yeah. I mean, I did that long video about what was it about? I did that 22-minute video about the cancellation of trains and that, which was about quite a long one as well. So yeah, no, I have seen that one. Yeah, I did see that video from Max. I think that was yesterday. I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mark Welke is here as well. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Jow is here as well. Good to see you, Jow. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So Larry the Cat is here as well. 91 Leeds. Good to see you, buddy, as well. Hope you're doing well. Lefty Boater is here. Good to see you, Lefty. Hope you're doing well. Rebecca is also here as well. Good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. Again, apologies for... let me take Discord off. Yeah, again, apologies for no Snowflake show, but but we've got a show for you to go. We've got some stuff to talk about anyway, so let's dive right into it, guys. So the first one we got is from Sky News. It's the headline that Sunak is considered the matter closed after the Home Secretary apologised for his date rape joke. The Prime Minister's official spokeswoman said James Cleverly was right to apologise over the ironic joke after he's faced calls for the women's groups to resign. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did he actually apologise, or did his spokesperson apologise on his behalf? Because I don't remember seeing a clip of him publicly apologising for his remarks. I know a spokesperson said that he apologises, but has he actually apologised himself, like publicly, anywhere? Can someone tell me? Because I've not seen anything. Like, I have not seen anything. So maybe, because I've not seen anything at all. Hiroshi or Hero, like Hero. Hero. I'll say Hero then. If I'll try to remember that. Considering you remember, I have the obligation to try and do that. Countdown to Power is here as well. Good evening, Countdown. Make sure you guys check out his channel as well. Check out his stuff as well. Yeah, I mean, he considers the matter's closed. The matter is not closed. Like, he's trying to make it like it's no big deal. It's just some words. Like, it's so insulting. It really, really is insulting, guys. No action will be taken against James Cleverly over his date rape joke as the Prime Minister considers the matter closed. So normally, when something like this is said, you think there's going to be you might just kind of hope that maybe, just maybe, before the end of the year there might be a U-turn and maybe he's forced to resign or sacked. Just going to put that out there as a maybe possibility. You never know. The Home Secretary has been facing calls to quit after joking about putting a date rape drug in his wife's drink hours after the Home Office announced plans to crack down on spiking. Mr. Cleverly apologised for the remarks, but has faced calls to resign by a women's charity, while Labour accused Rishi Sunak of an absence of leadership, accountability, and integrity for failing to take action against him. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a certain person who became the Prime Minister? What was it, about more than a year ago? Stood on the podium outside Number 10 and promised integrity, accountability, leadership. Wasn't there someone who said that? I mean, I just can't remember. I think a Prime Minister said that. Is that the current one? I can't remember quite for the life of me. Whatever happened to that guy? You know, whatever happened to that guy? I can't remember. Duo is here as well. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I can't remember. Can UK kick out people? Can the UK kick out, like the George Santos case in the US? People vote to kick him. Not really. I mean, it's not a big enough. It's not. It's. I was going to say it's not a big enough scandal, which is the wrong words. I would say that there's just not. If it's something related to his constituency, like if he wasn't doing his actual job, I mean, there is anger. But there's not enough push, and there's not enough for it for anything to happen, in my opinion. You know. That explains how he has 2 kids. Oh, yeah, those poor kids. Colin Thompson is here. Greetings from New York. Greetings to you too, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So, Mr. Cleverly apologised for remarks that face calls to resign by a women's charity. We've read that already. Dull me. Asked for the Prime Minister's thoughts on the comments, his official spokesperson said it was right that the Home Secretaries apologised. Right, so will you apologise, Prime Minister, for lying to the country? Didn't think so. She added, the Prime Minister considers the matter closed and the Home Secretary are focused on the actions and the government is taking to tackle spiking and protect women and girls, even though he wanted to spike women himself. She said she was not aware of Mr. Sunak and Mr. Cleverly having spoken about the incident. Oh, well, I'm sure they had a conversation via WhatsApp, probably. Asked whether Mr. Sunak was concerned about the type of messages the remarks might give to victims of spiking, he spoke and reiterated that Mr. Sunak and Mr. Cleverly were focusing on taking action, adding, that is why we're making sure the existing laws recognise the threat that spiking poses to women and girls, and that's why we set our raft of measures to offer immense support to victims, excuse me, alongside mandatory training for doormen, investing in research and rapid test kits, all announced by the Home Office in a package last week. Something just went down the wrong throat. I'm just going to point this out here as well. I've got a video dropping tomorrow when it comes to, I think it's tomorrow or Friday. I have a note Friday or on the weekend about the actual spiking of women. It's from an article from Byline Times about how they don't report it because nothing gets done by the police when it comes to spiking women's drinks, and it's considered like an okay thing by men to do that in clubs and pubs and certain places, which is despicable. So, and obviously from the sounds of the law, it's like them trying to basically throw this issue, which is it's not, obviously it's not the highest of echelons of issues, obviously, when it comes to priorities, but it is still something that needs to be addressed, because women need to feel should be able to go and get themselves a drink at the bar or whatever, and if they shoot down a guy who's trying to chat them up, they shouldn't have to need to spike their drink. They should be able to. They should not have to cover their armor over their bottle, or face cover, whatever they need to, in order to basically protect themselves from getting spiked in their drink. There shouldn't need to be any of that whatsoever, guys. It really should not be the case. And it just feels like to me that they're going to put the pressure on clubs and bars and pubs and all that for them to basically, here, you guys handle it. Here, we'll give you some powers to do something about it. And it's just like, you're the government. You're supposed to be dealing with all these issues, and you keep throwing it on someone else's issue. It's just ridiculous. Casper Novres, welcome to the Elite Club. Hello, Casper. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think I'm going to have to upload that. I think, you know what? I think the video I'm going to put out tomorrow, I think I'm going to put it on after this live stream for the members, guys. So, and by the way, which you can join for 99p. I think I'll do that for you guys after this live stream. Let's read the rest of it, guys. And that is why we set out also a raft of measures to offer immense support to victims, alongside mandatory training for doormen, investing in research, rapid testing, all announced by the Home Office in a package just last week. See, the thing is, they're throwing as I said, they're throwing it on other people to deal with it rather than tackling it themselves. So our focus is making sure that we're taking the action required to protect women and girls. Mr. Cleverly made the comments during a private conversation at number 10 reception. The Home Secretary told female guests that a little bit of Ropnopol in a drink every night was not really illegal, only if it's only a little bit, the Sunday Mirror reported. Mr. Cleverly also laughed that the secret to a long marriage was to ensuring your spouse was someone who was always mildly sedated, so that you can never realise there are better men out there. Again, just insulting. Conversation at Downing Street's reception is usually understood to be off the record. The Sunday's Mirror decided to break the conversation because of Mr. Cleverly's position and the subject matter. Allies of the Cabinet Minister said his comments were made in a private setting, but he recognised they were inappropriate. Spokesperson for the Home Secretary saying what is always understood as a private conversation, and the Home Secretary said tackling spiking that was clearly meant to be an ironic joke, for which he apologises. Do you guys generally think he's sorry? Do you guys honestly think he is sorry? Like, is the matter closed? Is it going to just disappear and move on? Is it going to be like that, guys? I honestly don't think it will be. I could be wrong. I just don't think it's going to. I just think it's quite insulting, to be fair, to kind of just letting it, that the media, the right wing, are kind of just trying to play it all down, sort of thing. I did enjoy, I'll just come to the chat before I'll share one or two things. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. James Dumberly says Duke. Yeah, a bit of a dummy there, isn't he? And Canada Power says, to be fair, I think the SHITHOLE comment was worse. He definitely wasn't joking when he said that. Either way, he's not fit to be Home Secretary. Absolutely true. Jimmy Dimley says, so Larry the Cat. Yep, just like the old Dino song, Don't Talk to Strangers. Yeah. Don't talk to strangers, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got a long video cover it either tomorrow or Saturday, I think, on it as well. So I'll have a lot more thoughts in there as well. Lefty Boater says, spiking is more common than you think. Having worked in pubs and clubs for most of my adult life, I saw it all too often. It's despicable behaviour. Yeah, as I've said, I've got a video on it, and yeah, I'm not going to say the number here, but the amount of cases that were reported was insane. But considering that people don't report it, it wouldn't surprise me if the number that have been reported are either double or even triple Lefty Borough. So considering the story of the video I covered on it, recorded today on it, sadly does not surprise me at all. But yeah, it makes me sick. Yeah, sickening to say the least. Jura says, literally this comment about the spiking rape is one of the worst ever. My girlfriend took her life after she was. It's insulting to anyone that he should be fired. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jira. That's I'm so sorry to hear that. My thoughts were with you. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. I'm really sorry. He's sorry he got caught, said Lefty Bar. Yeah, that is the premise that they put up, is that they're sorry that he got caught. That pilot couldn't spell sorry. Yeah. Just an innocent joke, says Jal. Well, honestly, I have pretty thick skin and nothing really annoys me. Just do not care. But a person that represents me talking about it, joking about it. Some ideas are not funny, says Colin. Hero says, he's sorry because he become a headline. I'm sure in the real life he might still do that, yeah. Countdown to Power says, of course he's not sorry, he's a Tory. They're never sorry because nothing is ever their fault. Jal says, I like my politicians and boring and effective. If I want to laugh, I'll drink with my mates and just insult my politicians to make them jump and work. Tories don't do sorry, says Mark Wilkie. Yeah. Jal says, I like dark jokes, but I do not joke around with serious things. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if he had the decency, guys, he would step down and resign. But it's just pathetic. It really is pathetic that that they literally have something out like that they're doing introducing this, and then these comments come out, and it's just like it is. Yeah. I'm not going to add any more to it, to be fair, guys. Right, so this next one, guys, is from the Independent, and with the headline that Tories to promise to help for first-time buyers in a bid to turn around polling woes. So this is an attempt, yeah, by the Conservative Party to try to woo people up. The budget has been announced. I think a date's been announced in March for the budget as well from Jeremy Hunt. So this is an attempt, yeah, for them to try and basically woo some voters who are looking to get on the housing market, whatnot. And I'm going to have to stop right there because Sir Larry the Cat has gifted 5 memberships. So Larry, that is extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that in any way, shape or form. Thank you. He's given 5 memberships to Annie Hart, Mike Brooks, Tracy Mann, Michelle R38 and JD. Welcome everyone to the Elite Club. Thank you very much to Larry the Cat for gifting those memberships. Yeah, guys, after this live stream, I will upload a membership only video for you guys. That will be made available on at 9 o'clock tomorrow. But thank you so much, Sir Larry. That's very, very kind of you. Yeah, back to my trailer thought. So, obviously, we do have a housing crisis at the moment. Obviously, we do need more homes. But the Tories are looking here to try and incentivise people who obviously are hesitant to who are hesitant to basically I'm trying to find the right words here, who are hesitant to buy a home. You know, I've given up on buying a home myself, guys. It really have. But for those who can afford it and be able to, you know, this is their way of trying to woo different voters in. And the thing is, it's not really gonna. I don't think this incentive that they're throwing at younger people, this is not going to incentivize people to vote Conservative, considering the amount of damage they've done in the last 13 years. Some of these people could be those who had relatives that were part of Partygate. Some of these people who probably might be living in areas where there's full of sewage. Some of these areas might be living in places where, you know, the Tories' austerity resulted in communities and libraries to shut down and close in their area. There's a lot of legitimate reasons for people not to want to vote Conservative. And this is just kind of like a proxy shot to say, hey, we can do this for you if you keep us in power. The vast majority of people are fed up. They're fed up with Conservatives. But let's read into it, guys. So the Conservatives will seek to cut costs for first-time property buyers in an appeal to younger voters ahead of the general election, as the number of people becoming homeowners fall to a 10-year low. With the cost of mortgages having soared in recent years, Housing Secretary Michael Gove said the government will definitely have a new offer for prospective homeowners in place before the country heads to the polls next year. The number of first-time mortgages has plummeted by a quarter in the past year, to its lowest since 2013, according to a trade body UK Finances. As higher interest rates compound the pain of house prices reported to have soared to an average 264,000 to more than 300,000 in just 2 years. Who is going to have that kind of money? Yeah, not even the thing is that 300,000. Like, who has that money? Only the rich and wealthy. You can work all your life, yeah, and you can't even, the average person. It's just so unfair, these prices. They are so unfair. Where do people expect the money to come from? They really just, it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. They expect it to pull out of people's backsides to find that kind of money. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Against this unforgiving backdrop, YouGov polling for the Times finds that just 11% of the 24 to 49-year-olds said they will support Rishi Sunak's party at the next election, compared with 43% of the over 65s. Mr. Gove told the newspaper that while long-term fixed-rate mortgages could help first-time buyers, this has been impossible in recent years because of the rise in interest rates and concerns about fueling inflation. We have been asked the question, how can we ensure that people with decent incomes who are finding it difficult because of the scale of the deposit required can get onto the housing ladder, he said. I don't want to preempt anything, but it's about looking at some of the, I can't even say that word, digits in the mortgage market, which they haven't got in other jurisdictions. Asked whether the Tories would be able to go into the next election promising to help more first-time buyers, he replied, "Oh yes, we must, definitely." And then they're going to do a U-turn once they stay in power. Yeah, sure. It was reported, echoed by the Treasury source, who told the paper that the Chancellor Jeremy Hunt had considered further help for first-time buyers before the autumn statement in September, but had decided against it so as not to do anything that would pull against the bank's attempts to reduce inflation. No. This is to try and woo people for the next general election. This is what this is all about. It's not about inflation. But as we move to a more stable environment, we've got to get more options available to us. It certainly makes sense politically to do something, the source told the Times. It is absolutely something that we need to have an offer going into the next election. You have nothing to offer the British public. You have nothing to offer us. Here's a report in exploring a US-style scheme to provide government support fixed-term mortgages of more than 25 years to cut deposit costs, or resurrecting a form of the Help to Buy scheme, which was closed with new prospective owners last year. The plans are expected to be announced earlier in Mr Hunt's March budget or the Tory election manifesto. Drawing up battle lines ahead of next year's ballot, Shadow Housing Minister Matthew Pennycock also promised on Wednesday that Labour would slash the discounts on the Tories' right to buy scheme back to 2012 levels for long-term inhabitants of social housing. We think, on principle, that if you're a long-term tenant who has been in the property for 30 years or whatever, you should have the right to buy it at a reasonable discount, he said. Yeah, I think that does sound good, but still, I still think it's the amount of money is still going to be an arm and a leg for people. Mr Pennycock also pledged that Labour would liberalise planning, reinstate building targets for local authorities, and release lower quality greenbelt land for housing construction, while giving priority to local residents for off-plan new builds. Yeah, these I agree with. There's just one problem, guys. Excuse me. Apologies, I should not talk with my mouth full. It's very bad. It's just one problem. We're lacking builders in this country. Aren't we lacking a few builders? Oh, and there's also a small matter that Allshorts talked about as well. Yeah, thing called materials. We might need some materials. I don't think we're going to have all the materials here as well. So there's those things to consider as well. The party would also raise the surcharge on stamp duty for non-residents from 2 to 3% and hand an estimated £25 million raise to local authorities and hire 300 new planners in a bid to reverse the decline caused by public spending cuts. I just feel like they're just trying to dangle a carrot in front of people as trying to incent. I just look at this and I feel that this is nothing more than just for them trying to dangle a carrot in front of people to try and get them to vote Conservative, basically. And I think if I have a video dropping on Sunday, I think, where about two-thirds of like a group of Conservative voters basically just think that have lost faith in Conservatives. And the chances are, is this going to make... Let's just be realistic here. Is this going to make Conservative voters happy? I don't think it's going to matter to them. If Conservative voters are not happy with Conservatives, they're just not going to vote the vast majority of them, rather than vote Labour or any other party. Is this going to woo Labour voters or voters on reform who are more concerned about immigration to vote Conservative? No, I don't think it is. I just feel like this is nothing more than just dangling a golden carrot and expecting people to eat it, only to find it's very distasteful, if I'm honest, guys. I think that's what it is anyway. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat before I go to our little mini break. Let me just scroll up here. Yay, crumbs before the election, says Lefty Brian. Exactly, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Jal says, because anything can be a joke in context, in a stand-up commodity, in a book, in a movie, in a fictional situation, but a person to just insult someone holding a position of power. Yeah, exactly, Jal, exactly. Can we get those likes up, says Larry the Cat. Yeah, anyone hitting the like would be greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you. Mark Wilkie says, my first flat in Edinburgh cost 37 grand. Now it's nearly 300,000. Yeah, like who's got the money for that? And if you choose to, you can sell that off if you wanted to as well. Like it's crazy. Jal says, did you know how intimidating I can be? I look like a mobster. Come on, folks, let's drop a like. Okay, so no need to bump that up, guys. Get Regan to 1,000 subs, folks. Share the stream on social networks, or I'll send Jimmy Dibley around with a drink for you. No, don't give such silly incentives to Larry the Cat. We don't want to be. But I'm not going to get 1,000 by the end of the year, guys. Let's be realistic. But I appreciate the plugins, guys. I really do. Jal says, around here, can we see the shift in tourism? Because Brits are here in the high-end touring business. In the medium and low end, they are gone. That not normal Brits can afford it. That's for those who are referencing Jal. It's referencing in Portugal there, because that's where he's from. I'm sure you'll get a fair share of tourism still from people from the UK. Mark says, my brother-in-law owns a construction company in Germany, paying his men 3 times what we earn here. Why does that not surprise me one bit? Really does not. Jao says, well, I really get read from the sun, so you're not far away from the truth. We get the blue in winter here in Scotland, says Mark Wilkie. So Larry the Cat has said, I hope you're all subscribed, or Jao will leave a lobster on your pillow. I don't know why you would want to do that. That's very mean again. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. Duke Vengeance says, my family was all supposed to meet up today to discuss my dad's will, and only 3 people turned up, and one of them was my dad. Okay. Is that supposed to be a joke? Because if it was a very good one, and I just didn't get the point until you said that. I'm going to be careful there. Lobster is the Portuguese substitute for the American horsehead Godfather reference. Oh, I missed that film. It will just impress the few people that were already going to vote for them anyway, says Countdown to Power. Yeah, that's probably true. We will need to build Plattenbau style apartments like they did in East Germany, says Lefty Boater. Well, we're going to have to build up anyway. I'd rather, that's what they're going to do. People aren't going to have gardens, that's the thing. No. Giles says to Colin Thompson, nope, in South Portugal they left a razor and a knife to this day. I was saying they could have. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about, sorry. Hero says, I'm grateful that I live in a cheap rented house, GBP 51 per month, but don't worry, I can't move because I now have the cheapest rental price is 71.5 per month. Is that 551 per month? I mean, you don't have to give the exact number, but as long as you're okay and you're able to pay bills and you're at least in a decent situation. That's the most important thing. But yeah, prices are consistently going up. I guess I'm getting his house then, says Duke. Yeah, I'd like to think that would be nice, guys. Make sure I've got the right camera on. That's not right. Just no. Don't play yet. Don't play yet. What are you doing? Sorry, guys. Just 1 second. So this is a nice. I got a nice matte green one for you, a nice old one. For some reason, I don't know if I can. Just sorry. Give me 1 second. I thought I had this sorted. I guess I did not. Yeah, that will have to do. I'm sure you guys can see it here. So here's matte green, guys. About the PM making videos in advance. Hope you enjoy this one.
We can do all this because I'm stopping all phases of HS2 beyond Birmingham. Okay, and they're just editing some jump cuts and some banging house music as usual, and we'll be done. And remember, don't tell anyone about this until after conference. Otherwise we'll spend all week talking about it, and everyone will know I was lying when I said I hadn't made a decision yet. Actually, we've got a bit of time. Maybe we should bash out a few more of these for the future? Save us setting all the cameras again? Yeah? Okay, and that's why, with a heavy heart, and after listening to all of the debate and conversation over the last few weeks, I've decided to withdraw this country from the European Court of Human Rights, and instead replace it with a great British Court of Human Rights. Brackets, but not for those people. Close brackets. Okay, what else? Many congratulations to England for winning the World Cup. Your opponents didn't stand a chance, and you played some excellent rugby. And you played some excellent cricket. And you played some excellent netball. Just use whichever one we need. Still got some time? Okay, a few more. We all know the real scourge affecting this country, and that's why I've decided to ban everything woke. In fact, we'll increase the age at which people can buy The Guardian by 1 year every year. Yeah, okay. When I took on this job, I didn't expect to have to invade France, but they haven't stopped the boats, so I'm afraid we have no choice. This is fun, isn't it? I have sent word to the alien mothership currently hovering above London that I am prepared to talk, as long as they don't try to get us to reverse Brexit. Just one more. I am delighted by these results and honoured to be re-elected as your Prime Minister for the next 5. Yeah, don't worry about that. We can only do stuff that might actually happen.
Oh, that was a good one, guys. I missed that. I loved that one when it first came out. That was hilarious. Oh. A nice bit of Gary Glitter music as well, so Larry says. Yeah, it's a great one. That was a great one, guys. Oh, that was a very good one. Just go back to what Hero says. Luckily, my rent included my gas bill and water bill. That's £51. It's hard to find a rent who offers that service, but I don't know where I can rent my own house or even buy one. That's the problem. People want to. You want to own your own home instead of living on rent. But yeah. Yeah, I just want, like everyone, I just want everyone to have the best opportunities, it's yeah, tough. It's tough for a lot of people out there. Jao says, I'm the law humorous de alatoa of rock and roller. Well, that one certainly won't happen. Yeah, I know that one won't happen. Yeah. Well, they're trying, aren't they, to try and change that, aren't they, from the looks of it? But let's hope that doesn't happen, guys. Was that the right one? Or do I need to adjust it? Oh, okay, I kept it like that. Okay, guys, we're going to America now. So, we're going to be talking a little bit about Trump. So this one is from AP News, guys. So the headline, it has to be like that for you guys to see the article. So prosecutors seek to bar Trump from injecting politics into federal election interference trial. So obviously, as you guys know, there was obviously they're trying really hard now to try not to get politics getting involved in the court cases surrounding Trump. But I just don't see how they're doing that. But prosecutors are really trying hard. It is such a toxic battle. It really is a case of democracy against Trump pretty much on this. There's so much riding on this, guys. So let me read into this for you guys. So Special Counsel Jack Smith has asked a judge on Wednesday to bar Donald Trump's lawyers from injecting politics into the former president's trial on charges that he schemed to overturn the result of the 2020 election. Jack Smith told the U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkin in a 20-page filler that Trump's lawyers should be prevented from raising irrelevant political issues or arguments in front of the jury, including that the prosecution against him is vindicated and selective or was coordinated by President Joe Biden. In addition to being wrong, these allegations are irrelevant to the jury's determination of the defendant's guilt or innocence and would be prejudicial if presented to the jury and must be excluded, the prosecutor wrote. The motion to preclude Trump from introducing a broad categories of arguments is a way for prosecutors to try and set up parameters on what information they believe the jury should or should not hear when the case reaches trial. It was filed as the case is effective on holding an appeal of the former president's White House claim that he is immune from prosecution for acts taken while in the White House. The Supreme Court declined last week to get involved in the dispute for now, but a federal appeals panel is set to hear arguments on the matter on January the 9th. The trial is scheduled for March the 4th in a federal court in Washington, but could be postponed by appeals of the immunities issue. It's such a complex issue, guys. It's so complex. Trump's lawyers had earlier asked Chutkin to dismiss the case on the grounds that the indictment was invective and selective, and in their motion on Wednesday, prosecutors said that that request should not only be denied, but Trump's lawyers should be prohibited from making that argument to a jury during the trial. Why? Although the defendant is entitled to cross-examine the government's law enforcement witness about matters fairly within the scope of the direct testimony, he cannot raise wholly irrelevant topics in an effort to confuse and distract the jury, prosecutors said. Much as defendants would like it otherwise, this trial should be about the facts and the law, not politics. Yeah, which is why he's trying to push politics out of this. But I find it hard to impossible, for it not to be fair. The motion also seeks to prevent Trump from telling jurors about the potential punishment that he could face if convicted, as well as blaming law enforcement agencies for the lack of preparation in advance of the January 6, 2020 run riot at the US Capitol, when the Trump loyalists, motivated by the then-president's false claims for voter fraud, stormed the building in an effort to disrupt the certification of electoral votes. I mean, the guiltiness is right in that paragraph there, really. It's literally right there in the paragraph. Like, the guiltiness is right there, but apparently that's not enough, And, and there's evidence. And innocent cops died as well in that as well. Just putting that out there as well. That's someone's father, someone's father there, somebody's brother, someone's uncle, that died, that didn't need to die. None of that needed to happen. Did not need to happen. Just a man who can't accept that he lost. That's what it is. It's as simple as that. A bank robber cannot defend himself by blaming the bank's security guard for failing to stop him, prosecutors wrote. A fraud defendant cannot claim to the jury that his victim should have known better than to fall for his scheme, and the defendant cannot argue that law enforcement should have prevented the violence he caused and obstruction he intended. This could not be more clear. This could not be more clear. What a brilliant statement here. A bank robber cannot defend himself by blaming the bank's security guard for failing to stop him. Exactly. It's like, well, I robbed the bank, but it's his fault because he didn't stop me. If the security guard has stopped me, am I the only one that's confused here? Like, it's so ridiculous, but so true. This is what they're trying to portray with Trump. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Although Trump's state of mind as he sought to overturn the result of the election he lost to Biden will be a pivotal question for jurors. Prosecutors say defense lawyers should not be permitted to evict speculative testimony from witnesses about his faults or beliefs. I wonder I'm wondering how they're going to select the juries for this trial. I'm very curious. and they said he should not be permitted to introduce any evidence about alleged foreign influence in the 2020 race, saying it would be an irrelevant and confusing sideshow. I hope Jack can get this through, because Michigan had the short story will drop on Friday midnight, but I'll tell you guys now anyway. The Michigan court had ruled. We heard the Colorado one has said that they have said that they're barring Trump, but Michigan had basically come out and said that they will allow Trump to stand. They have there, so because they don't want to get in the way of the. They said that basically said they don't want to get in. They won't want. They don't want to get into it. Basically, it's kind of the gist of what it is. But you can read the short video when it comes out, guys. But let's read what you guys are saying in the chat. Very bloody trying, says Larry the Cat. Matt is like a young Rowan Atkins. I miss Rowan and my childhood. Yeah, I miss Rowan Atkins. He definitely would not have voted to this conservative government for sure. Trump is upset because he's being called a stinky boy due to his bad BO, says Larry the Cat. Apparently so, according to you. Jal replying to Hero, it's the same style. I've seen a lot in his videos and I love the conviction of his silliness. Colin Thompson says he's committed insurrection. It is simple. He kept his files. It is simple. It is simple, but the problem is that they're scared of his supporters. They're scared of the consequences of. I've said this before, guys. Now, even though we are sitting, I'm sitting outside and I'm watching it from the outside. If he was not a politician, if he did not have the fan base behind him, he would already have been behind bars. The only reason he's not had the things thrown away from him is not just because he's a former president. It's because he has a major fan base behind him. And that major fan base will get extremely violent if he gets thrown in jail. That's what it is, and they are scared of that. The American justice system, they know that. They're scared of that. They really are. They are scared of that. That is one thing that is certain. Trump numpty, says Rebecca. General says, Trump is not the problem, he is just a symptom of a disease. He is a result of a tendency to not actually listen to what the politicians are saying, and he is not the fault of the voter. Hero says, replying to Colin, sadly, Republicans can't think that simple. Duke says, Humpty Trumpty on the Mexican wall. Humpty Trumpty had a great fall from grace. It's a very good one, Duke, very good. So Larry the Cat says, states blocking him from being on the ballot should use giving aid and comfort to insurrectionists, as Trumpty has stated he will pardon those in prison for January the 6th. And Jao says, Trump using every tool of the system to delay and muddle up the waters to get missed trials or inconclusive trials, and the evidence is there. Yet he can strive with other causes, yeah. Countdown to Power just said there's millions of Americans backing him just because they refuse to admit that they're wrong. I wouldn't put it like that. I would say misinformed. I think is the best way to put it. That's the way I call it. Misinformation, misguided. If someone else's their lives are worse off and they're looking for a reason to blame someone apart from themselves, and this is one way of them doing it. But there's some Americans out there who legit believe that he's making their lives better. He is making their lives better. We may not believe it, but the belief to some people is that he is making their lives better. And that's the reality for some people. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share across social media. It really does help the algorithm. Hit the bell notification icon so be notified when I upload another video and whenever I go live, guys. That stuff also really does help. And if you want to financially support me, obviously you can do that by joining the YouTube membership for just 99p. You can also give a super chat if you really want to, under no obligation to do either of them, guys. But if you want extra content, you can get extra exclusive content on Patreon as well, guys, if you want to check that out as well. All the links for all that good stuff are in the description. So we're going to go from America to Ukraine, guys. This one is from the Kiev Post. I have some short videos dropping over the next couple of days with regards to Ukraine, so keep your eyes out for them, guys, as well. So the headline from the Kiev Post is Russian forces escalate pressure on multiple fronts in eastern Ukraine's Syrsky. So ground forces commander reports the increased use of armoured vehicles, kamikaze drones, and intensifying artillery attack by Russian troops in the eastern region. So it looks like there is some pressure being made here. There was a story by CNN that came out today and you'll see it in a Schultz video tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Keep an eye out for it, guys. It's they are believed to have destroyed a tank in the sea, the Crimean, a Russian tank carrier of some sort, carrying tanks across the sea, a tank ship basically. So keep your eyes out for that video, guys. So Russian troops are intensifying their efforts on 4 different fronts in the eastern direction, employing a range of military tactics, according to the commander of the eastern group of troops, Oskar Syrsky, has said. In the sector of Kupsky, the Russian forces are aggressively attempting to capture Slagovia, aiming to establish control and block Kupsky. Kupsky is a major rail hub with 5 different lines intersecting into the town, one of which leads directly into Russia, making it hugely important and strategic objective when Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The town was occupied for just 3 days after the start of Russia's offensive, largely thanks to its pro-Russian mayor Henry Masalova, who surrendered Kupsky without a fight. 6 months later, however, it was recaptured by Ukraine. Despite facing losses, Russian troops have regrouped, moving units from other directions, with a total personnel of Russian assault units exceeding 2,000. Simultaneously, in the Limerick Sky direction, Russians have resumed offensive operations seeking to dislodge Ukrainian armed forces from the Syrsky forensic area and expand the Totsky Ledge. In the Seversky direction, Russian forces are working to develop an offensive in the Dispute and the Belogorsk area. The preparation of assault units, including paratroopers, indicate a potential offensive in the direction of Syrsky and Sekovich. The Bakhmut direction witnessed intensifying as the Russian Federation strives to seize Bakhmut and reclaim lost positions in Keskavisha, Kamavitia, and Alatverskia. Assault troops, including the Volunteer Corps and Caspian Volita Marines, are actively engaged in these attacks. So it obviously sounds like from this poster they're obviously gearing up for an assault to capture some territory, Russia, and it doesn't help that there are struggles for that. Did they get that aid package from America? I don't think it got through yet, has it? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that aid package from America got through. I know they're getting more stuff from nations in Europe, but I don't think they got their aid package from America. I could be wrong on that. Commander Syrsky highlighted the increased use of armored vehicles, kamikaze drones, and intensified artillery targets by Russian troops in the eastern region. Despite the challenging circumstances, Ukrainian defence forces are inflicting losses on the enemy. In the past week alone, the Russians occurred over 300,000 personal casualties with more than 1,000 fatalities. That's horrible. Additionally, Ukrainian forces destroyed and damaged 361 units of Russian equipment, including 43 tanks, 83 armoured combat vehicles, and 69 artillery systems. Syrsky emphasised that Ukrainian commanders at all levels are taking necessary measures to fortify defence and impede enemy advancements across all offensive directions. The commander acknowledged that complexity of the situation, citing the need to confront an adversary superior in both in armament and personnel numbers. So yeah, you can tell just by the picture there. I'll show you a bigger screenshot there. Yeah, it's very cold out there. It's very cold out there for them. I have not heard apart from the tanker ship that's been hit, I haven't heard any major offensive taking place apart from this one here that I've read, guys. So obviously we'll have to keep an eye out on things. Obviously I always try and update you guys. Obviously I got the Snowflake Corner tomorrow, so I'll have a look and see if there's any more big stories to cover, obviously from there. So I'll definitely be having a look there as well for you guys. I'm just going to make sure I have the next video set up for you guys. Let me see what you guys are looking at in the chat. Yep, read that. It's easy to blame someone else, says Duo. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to blame someone else in reference to Trump. Countdown to Power says they don't have any excuse to be misinformed. We live in an age of vast information at your fingertips. Then worse, then bring back the Boris Brigade. It's very easy to say. I have to disagree with you, Countdown, to say, you know, people don't go out of their way to be informed. There are people out there. You have. Oh, I always try to say, try and put yourself in someone else's shoes. People don't intentionally go out of their way to find information. Information comes to them. Information comes to them in their algorithms from their social medias. People don't go out of their. You know, most of the people here, with respect, will seek different kinds of information, different kind of information. We're talking about people who are not really, most of these people who are not really interested in politics, and they see a man who speaks how they feel and what they feel, and the thing is that they are also embedded in what they've always heard all their lives as well, from the same news outlets, from the same medias, from local to state, and from being Republicans all their lives. That you have to take all these factors into account. I think that's really important to make that distinction there. You know, if you are born and raised in Russia and you're taught to love Putin, or let me use North Korea as a better example, guys. Yeah, you're born and raised into that society, into that world. You're not going to have any bearing or understanding or be anything like me or you or anyone here right now. Everyone is raised differently. Parents and all this kind of stuff. Yes, there is social media does have that, and the internet does have an influence, but unless people intentionally go out of their bubbles, and some people choose not to, some people are happy with that, it's hard to break some people's cycles. You know, people are getting into this perception that there's not enough these days of people having engaged debates nowadays. It's becoming more of a case of people who believe that they are right are choosing not to even engage in that debate anymore, and just choosing to believe everything I say is right and whatever you say is wrong, and I'm not going to talk to you whatsoever. You know, that's where we're coming down to. But I understand why you feel that way, but I would say don't. It is bad. The media has to take the responsibility for this, because if the media represented and informed the American people of what's actually going on, of the things that are being done properly, if it is controlled media, if it is given accurate and correct journalism, it would be different. American people would, the vast majority, more Americans, especially those Trump supporters, would be thinking very differently of him. But they're not given the correct and accurate information. So I think it's important to take that into account as well. But I also understand your point as well. Jao says, Jura, it's hard to blame yourself and no one else. The sparks of it. Duke Vengeance says, wow, they actually managed to find a picture of Russia's new tank that isn't destroyed or it's on fire. That probably one is heading to a Ukrainian farmer, probably, most likely, Duke. You should know that reference by now, guys. The Russians are doing the same as the Germans, and I found it finally ironic when the news was in the next 2 weeks. Jura says Orban on the EU side does the same, blocking aid for Ukraine. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think he's also holding out for consensus as well. I think that's as well. Canada Power says, I don't think they've got the US tanks they were promised yet. I heard something about that on the news earlier. Nah. Ukraine had one of the best tanks already, but factories are already making them. Was destroyed. Simon says 55, not a tanker. No, a tank ship, sorry, not tanker. Tank ship is what I meant to be saying. It's a ship carrying tanks. That's what I meant to be saying, sorry. Simon says 55, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Ship to get materials from the sea ship onto land beach, which was Russians need to be for attack for Oscar. Jal says to Duke Vengeance, they are relocating the artillery to the offensive and leaving the rear uncovered, and the Ukrainians will take advantage of Ukrainian ships. James O'Brien described it as football location. Canada Power says, I listened to the whole of the conversation when he tried to force the governor to find 1,171 votes. He sounded like a 2-bit gangster. Yeah, he did sound like that. Yeah, I've heard that conversation as well. He did. Okay, so we got 2 more stories for you guys to cover. We're going to go away from these politics. Let's have a bit of fun here, guys. This article was sent to me by a certain someone here in the chat on the Discord. So I'll let you guys figure out the story, figure out the laughter here. So I'm gonna. This is from the Metro, guys. It's the headline is Minge Lane's bushes are being trimmed, and we don't know why people are laughing. Why do you think? Why do you think people are laughing? Minge Lane's bushes are being trimmed, and we don't know why people are laughing. Foliage on Minge Lane is getting a well-deserved trim, much to the delight of everyone. What Shire County Council's highway team posted about the maintenance work being carried out in Upton upon 7 on X, formerly Twitter, on September the 29th. The council wrote, tree maintenance work today at Minge Lane, Upton upon 7. People on social media were quick to see the funny side to the post, with Neil Cottington posting, I hope they don't fanny around. Sebastian responded to the post saying, never mind the trees, you have to see the state of the bush. And Minister Dan92 posted, I always thought I could use a trim. And go Minge Lane. And advert getting in the way there because it's Metro. Some of the bushes on Minge Lane overtook the pavement. Yeah, that's a major issue. They need to trim that, definitely. We've been covering stories of massive bushes in need of trim of many years here at Metro. A woman was ordered to chop her bush, which grew so big it left her neighbours in the dark in 2018. Suzanne Rogers' bush grew to a whopping 40 foot high and 100 foot long, because of which forces some neighbours not to use their front rooms anymore because of the darkness of in Young's Norfolk, South Wales. Swansea Council received complaints from some of the neighbours, and Susan was told to reduce the height of her bush to nearly half its length. Another woman was forced to pose naked and trim her bush to get the council to finally chop theirs after 2 years of growth. And Jill White from Tamworth campaigned for Somerset County Council to fix the foliage next to the busy A358 road near her home last year. She said because of the overgrowth, her daughter struggled to use the pavement on her wheelchair. Jill stood by the road with her placard which reads, I've trimmed my bush now, highway trim yours. And 2 county councillors confirmed that work to cut the hedge and clear the footpath started following the naked protest. Yep. Minge Lane. What a name, guys. Go on, get in with your jokes. I know you guys want to. While you guys get in them, I'm just going to say, Casper says Ronald Reagan did away with the fairness doctrine. That's why he channels like Fox, Newsmax and Oath, so he could do stories like Little Consequences. Yeah. Canada Power says it was shocking. Duke Vengeance says surely they would have changed their strategy to account for the lack of artillery. You know that. Move the damn ship away from the land. Yeah. Jal says a trim bush is always nice and not a laughing matter. I say to old chap. Old chap. Mm-hmm. People like a nice trim bush, says Larry. Apparently so. Apparently so. Jal says that is one bushy bush covering up everything. I know, it's a major issue. Major issue. So Larry the Cat, he says, I'm going to hazard a guess that Minge Lane is not located in Muff. Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. Poor Suzanne. Yeah, poor Suzanne. The juror says, F me, ha ha ha, rename that street. Well, I think they want to keep it just because of the name. It's funny, probably. I give the bush a free trim, says Mark. Oh, well, get yourself down there, Mark. Yeah, they could always do with a helping hand. So Larry the Cat says there, does Minge Lane go onto the... Does Minge Lane go back onto the glory hole by any chance? If anyone doesn't know the reference, there was a canal tunnel which was literally called the Glory Hole, guys, that we covered a while back on the Snowflake Show. Absolutely 100% true story. Yeah, Simon's asking the same question as well. Yeah. Is it? I can't answer that, guys. I cannot answer that question. If you want to have a look it up at Warwickshire County Council and compare it to the last story, that story on the Snowflake Show. Or remember, all the articles that we do are in the are in the descriptions, guys, so if you ever want to look at that. So, got one last story for you guys. We're just reaching the hour mark. A nice, good, warm-hearted story. Unfortunately, I would love to play the video for you guys. However, I would get copyright strike if I played the video. I really want to play the video for you guys. So what I'm going to say is that I would encourage you guys after the live stream to please go and watch the video, because it was absolutely beautiful to watch. So this is from the Good News Hub, guys. So, meet the man who plays the piano for rescued elephants. He plays one of my favourite songs as well, guys. Oh, excuse me. When you think of a concert pianist, and you may imagine them playing on the stage of theatre Bartons, what you might not imagine is a concert pianist playing the piano for rescue elephants, completely free. Well, the thing is that how are you going to charge the elephant? I mean, what's he going to, you know, you can't really charge the elephant, yeah. Like, what are they going to offer? Like hugs? I don't know. A ride on their back maybe. I don't know. Meet Paul Barton, originally from the UK, now living in Thailand. Paul plays the piano for elephants and Elephants World on his YouTube channel. The channel has nearly 700,000 subscribers who tune in to watch the pianist play classical music to the gentle giants. His most watched video has garnered 11 million views and features the nearly blind elephant named Alpan calmly listening to Debussy's Clair de Lune. It was a lovely, lovely one, guys. As I said, the article is in the description, so if you want to listen to it, it's there in the description, guys. So I recommend you go and listen to it, because it's absolutely beautiful listening to him play while the elephant's there. It's really, really cool. Alpan is 80 years old and one of the elephants that live at Elephants World outside the city of Kuskamuski, West Thailand. The sanctuary is home to over 30 elephants that were rescued from situations where they were mistreated. Many elephants in Thailand are being used logging and tourism. Elephant World is one of several sanctuaries that have opened in Thailand that give these beautiful animals the chance to live the rest of their lives in peace and security. It is Paul's wife Karen that introduced Paul to the sanctuary. Karen, who is an artist, started visiting the sanctuary initially to create sculptures of the elephants that reside there. For Paul's 50th birthday, Karen persuaded the manager of Elephants World to allow him to bring a piano into the sanctuary. However, it was not an easy feat. The sanctuary is set on the banks of the River Kori, and it's extremely uneven territory. A pickup truck had to be brought in to take the piano deep into the wilderness. Even so, it was important for Paul to take the heavy piano and take it to the middle of the elephant's habitat. These elephants have worked for humans all their lives, and many are blind or disabled from being treated badly. So I wanted to make the effort of carrying something heavy myself, Paul wrote in The Guardian. Paul described how soon he started to play one particular elephant who was blind, stopped eating and went over to listen. Elephants are almost always hungry. If they get the opportunity, they'll eat, and they won't stop. But as soon as I started playing, one elephant who was blind stopped eating and listened. We realized that this elephant, trapped in the world of darkness, loved music. Experiments with elephants and music. The first experiments to test elephants' love of music dates back to 1798 and featured two Cascolians elephants and Conservatoire de Musique in Paris. The elephants swayed rhythmically in response to the music's orchestras being played. In Thailand, an orchestra exists called the Thai Elephant Orchestra, which consists of up to 14 elephants played a variety of instruments. The instruments are heavy duty and made to withstand the elephant's strength and size. The elephants were then left to improvise their own tune, having been studied by conservationist Richard Lair. Queen's University in Belfast made recommendations to a zoo about keeping their elephants entertained. When elephants are restless, zoo workers played Elgar, Beethoven and Pugley to calm down the captive elephants. It has reduced abnormal behaviours that are associated with captivity and boredom. I really want to play that video, guys, but I just can't, guys, for copyright. I really can't, as much as I want to, but please go have a look at it at the end of this show, guys, because I really think it's absolutely beautiful. But I hope you guys love that lovely little good warm heart story. As always, guys, we have good news, good vibe stories dropping every Friday at 3 PM, guys. So if you want a lovely good warm hearted story, another one will be dropping this Friday, guys. Also check out the playlist for it, guys, as well. Let me just read some of your comments before we wrap things up. He gets to make 3 trunk calls, says the Larry the Cat. I heard about this guy before. It's a lovely story. It is. It's absolutely lovely. Countdown to Power. Jal says to Duke Vengeance, if you do not have enough artillery, I'm not joking, someone will stole the ammunition and trigger device of hundreds of artillery shells. Mark Wellesley said, I've seen this guy, the elephants love him. Yeah, they do. He's got, he's definitely to check out his YouTube channel. I'm sure the links are in the video there. Jal says, my old boy Cat loved the electric guitar. He sat in the amplifier while I played. Lovely man playing for the elephants. Elephants are always hungry. They are always hungry, says Mark says. Yeah, they always are. Yeah, they always are indeed, guys. So, let me just make sure. I'm just going to check just before we wrap things up. Okay, just make sure that that's up for you guys. So, guys, we've reached the end of the show, guys. I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who've come along. A special thank you to Sir Larry the Cat and Casper. So Larry the Cat for all those memberships. That's really, really kind of you. And for Casper for joining the Elite Club. Thank you guys so much for being members, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So any like I said, it's going to stay. I can't change it. It has to stay 99p. It's a very simple, basic one there, guys. But if you are a member and you comment on any of my videos, I will respond to your comment. I may not respond straight away, but I will respond to your comment at some point on any of my videos, guys. Because you are members and you are putting your own money in to supporting me is greatly appreciated. I do plan on creating one or two things for you guys because because obviously we are coming to the end of the year. I do have another live stream coming tomorrow, of course, but I just want to get some caveats in quickly for you guys. So I do plan on doing some level 2 at some point membership in the future. What it's going to be, I don't know, but I've got a couple of ideas in mind, but I'm not going to implement them straight away. I probably won't do it until after we get 1,000 subscribers, where I can really bring in some more revenue, obviously, of course, because I make, obviously, all this stuff does really help, but we'll see how things go. I want to make this very clear to the Patreon members who might be listening in. I am not going to deviate whatsoever from that. Patreon members get exclusive content every single day, as well as they get some odd political videos exclusively for them. That will not change. I will not change that for Patreon, because those who join there, they were the first persons to really invest in me, and I greatly appreciate that. So I have no intention of changing things with Patreon for you guys. Also, just one other things, guys, because I don't have any followers on my Instagram, my new Instagram page, which I've uploaded all the short videos, by the way. They're going to be dropping over the next day or two, guys. If you want to see all those short videos now, you can do that by following me on my Instagram page at REGANELITE Shorts. The link is in the links tree in the description. You can watch all those short videos right now without having to wait for them to come out. If you wanted to do that instead of watching them here on YouTube or waiting for them to drop on TikTok, you can see them right now. I have no followers right now on there, so it would be awesome if somebody would follow me on there. So the link for that is in the description. I am still working on that Instagram page, but my plan is obviously to get YouTube Shorts dropping on Instagram as well. So I am trying to build up an account on there as well, guys, just for you. So guys, thank you again so much as always, guys. If you can, hit the like button, be greatly appreciated. Share this across social media and hit that bell notification icon to be notified, of course, when I upload another video or when I go live, of course, guys. And all the usual financial stuff, financial support me. I've said it all before, but you guys get the point. So guys, take care as always. Have a great evening. Let's hope that next week, you know, myself and Lee Corne will finally be back for a Snowflake show, because we really want to do one together, guys. We really do. It's been a tough time for him, so we are we are thinking of you, Lee, right now. We really are. But we're gonna see ourselves out from this crazy nutter from this guy from Portsmouth. His name's Colin. I don't know what he's. Apparently, he's forced to have some opinions on breaking news, apparently, or broken news. I don't know, but let's hear what he has to say, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Colin from Portsmouth is on the line. Hello, Colin.
I'm disgusted, Anthony. Absolutely disgusted.
Hold your thought, Colin. Hold your thought. Some breaking news has just come in. Oh, my goodness. Have you seen it, Colin?
Hold on. I've just seen it now.
Yeah. Okay, let's get your opinion on that. Forget what you rang in for. This is what we need.
My opinion on that?
Yeah.
All right. Right. What's everyone else saying.
What, everyone else? Everyone else, it's just happened, Colin. You're the first person in the world to have an opinion on it. Let's have your opinion,
come
Colin.
on, someone must have said something.
Someone has just tweeted with a blue tick and 7 followers.
Have they got a column?
Have they got a column? A column, Colin?
A column or a show on a reputable news channel. I'm talking GB or Talk TV. Anything that rhymes with E. But not the BBC.
No, they've got 7 followers. They've paid for Twitter. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Archibald Toffley West has just written a diatribe.
Who the hell is he?
Well, he's one of those young conservatives who get their opinions from a think tank group chat all at the start of the day.
Mate, he's 11 years old.
Well,
That's some decorum.
all right.
Give me someone with authority either side of the divide that I can hang
Just
my hat
scrolling
on.
through, Colin. John Cleese says it's the end of Western civilization as we know
Why
it.
is his opinion remotely relevant?
I've got
I
no
want
idea.
Littlejohn. I want Hitchens. Push, I'll take Eamon home.
Oh, James O'Brien's just tweeted. James O'Brien.
Great, smashing. I'll take the opposite view.
He says it's a complex issue.
A complex issue? What am I supposed to do with that?
Jeremy Clarkson's liked his tweet, Colin. I've got no idea.
Well, that just proves it, Anthony. I think this is a lesson.
Right.
When something happens, we shouldn't be too quick to have a hot take. We should wait for the full story before we form an opinion.
Suella Braverman's just tweeted they should be hanged.
And throw away the key. Anyway, mate, thanks for having me on. Love to the family.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family. Thank goodness.
Suella Braverman. I'm going to miss her when she becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, the police won't, though, will they?
Thanks for coming along, guys. Have a great evening, and hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow night with a Snowflake corner. So take care as always, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.